Welcome to a free excerpt version of the A-Level Ahead video seminar for John Donne's Elegy to His Mistress Going to Bed. The full version of the video seminar is available on the website andyhurleyahead.com. It includes an overview of the poem and a glimpse of the close analysis. We hope this gives an insight into how the seminars and the resources could support you. We begin with an overview of the poem. In this poem, John Donne urges his mistress to undress more quickly, using the items she is to remove to extol her beauty and to express the way that sexual intercourse is a fulfillment of the highest expression of love and nature. Donne's use of an elegy lends itself more toward the traditional Roman form of elegy, which often took the character of the erotic or satirical. The more modern idea of the form being a sad memorial reflection only became current in the later 16th century. Other than indented lines to show a change of perspective, the poem is not demarcated with stanzas and is written in rhyming couplets. This gives a sense of the uncontrolled urgency with which he wants his lover to act, and sets a playful tone for the poem, respectively. In lines 1 to 24, Donne urges his mistress to remove her clothing hastily, using each item to express his admiration of her beauty, to describe the envy toward the clothes' proximity to her body, and to imply the impact of their removal on his sexual arousal. The ornate nature of a lady's clothing meant that it would take some time for the clothing to be removed, leading to his sense of frustration. In lines 25 to 32, the poet anticipates his mistress giving his hands license to explore her naked form. His description infers a strong sense of sensual pleasure. The imagery implies her beauty and implies the act of physical intimacy is a special, treasured experience. There is both the sense of the excitement, but also of possession and ownership intimated. Lines 33 to 48 give an overview of the joys and fulfillment of their nakedness together when compared to her being clothed. He suggests their love is made more special and refined by their physical intimacy. Lines 1, 24. Donne opens the poem with a tone of urgency through the repeated use of the imperative come. This includes the obvious sexual innuendo of both bidding her to bed, but also suggesting sexual climax. Indeed, the open lines are packed with double entendre and imagery that implies sexual activity. The use of labour could imply working, waiting, or the climax of pregnancy. The use of standing has the obvious suggestion of both soldiers at battle and of sexual arousal. Donne develops a military image of soldiers growing tired, waiting to fight, which adds a note of humour, as he fears he may not be ready for action by the time she finishes undressing. The use of the imperative from the outset sets the tone for this section of the poem. It underlines the haste with which he wants the mistress to act through its urgency, unlace, unpin, and the repeated use of off. As modern readers, there is a sense of masculine dominance implied throughout this encounter, which the use of imperatives feeds. Throughout this section, Donne comments on each item she is removing to reveal more about his feelings for her and to build the sense of anticipation. The girdle is described with a simile that compares her body to a world and the girdle to the heavenly orbit that rotates above it. This creates a sense of how heavenly and sparkling her clothes look, yet he insists that she is far fairer, the alliteration and use of the comparative capturing a sense of the anticipation and his admiration of her physical form. The breastplate is also described as shiny and alluring through the choice of the adjective spangled. This item is used to set up a comparison with ordinary men in a typical elevation of the nature of his love. The shiny quality is only for the busy fool, whereas he will see what lies beneath. For access to the full version of the close analysis of this poem, please sign up through the website. The following are some of the activities suggested for further study. The full version is available on the website andyhurleyahead.com. The full version of the seminar is available on the website, where there is also information on how to structure an essay response to a key theme. The following may be of use to students to consolidate their understanding of the poem, or perhaps to educators who wish to develop approaches in the classroom or in the curriculum. We hope that this video has given an insight into the provision on offer through membership on the website. Membership is available from 1 day to 3 years, depending on your need and preference. Schools, colleges and universities can buy access to multiple licenses to support their colleagues and learners. Thank you for listening and best wishes.